What? I can't hear it. Wait, we don't need to go live yet because they're going to do the anthem stuff. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No. So we can't hear each other yet.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear myself.
Due to technical difficulties, we will forego the national anthem.
So I think we're live. Are we good? You can hear me, Jeff?
I can.
Okay. I can't hear Jeff in mine, but welcome to Waltham High School for this Thursday evening game between Lexington and Arlington. Middlesex League game. Final home game of the regular season for the Arlington Spy Ponders. Arlington comes into the game tonight with a record of 7-11. 2 games to go, Jeff, with the game tonight. And then AC, Arlington Catholic, final game at AC, which is actually going to be the only home game for them because it'll be the only game played in Arlington all season on Monday. But tonight they face off against a tough and I think motivated Lexington team. Lexington comes in having probably played their best game of the season earlier this week. They beat Belmont. And in that game, senior captain Stella Criniti went off for 35 points en route to getting to 1,000 for her high school career, which and her basketball career will actually continue next year at Skidmore College. So congratulations to her. And I will be happy to have her no longer as an opponent for the Spy Ponders. So the game just got tipped off. Jeff, we'll go over starting lineups in a minute, but welcome into the booth. What are you looking for tonight?
Yeah, like you said, I don't think Lexington enjoyed the first matchup at Lexington. Arlington controlled that game pretty much from start to finish. Wound up a lot closer than it probably should have. That should have been a double-digit win. Arlington played really well. They controlled Criniti that game for sure. But the key to that game, as I recall, we had a good press going. We got out in transition, and we knocked down some buckets. But quite simply, as you said, right, 2 games left to go. As far as I'm concerned, this is one of those games, put the kids to bed and go out hunting. There is nothing to leave behind tonight. Arlington has to win their last 2 games to have any shot at the playoffs. And so this is by any means necessary. Every foul should be a hard foul. Every defensive possession should be all-out defense, force turnovers, get out and run. You're not going to leave anything on the court tonight.
So usual starting 5, one of the usual starting 5s, I should say, for Coach Martinelli this evening. Senior captains Weezy Mueller and Alina McCulloch, joined by senior Isabella Jardine, and they are joined by juniors Melina O'Hagan and Eileen Lucas. Mueller finds Lucas, and they'll reset. So you'll notice Mueller actually playing with a little bit of a bandage on her left arm. She took a tough fall in the game against Woburn on Tuesday night. Sort of a fluke fall. Actually played the rest of the game, got an x-ray. We have confirmed it is not broken, so hopefully bruising that she'll be able to play through as Stella Crinity hits the first points of the game. 2-point shot for Lexington. I'd like to thank Jeff Monroe from ACMi for getting us set up tonight, along with Jeff Spector here in the booth. We have Alex Mueller on the camera and Brad Carmen operating the scoreboard for us. So traveling call there, turnover for the Spy Ponders, a couple minutes in. Lexington's starting lineup while we've got a moment. Number 1, Gloria Doyle. Number 2, Charlotte Ash. Number 11, Francesca Caruso. Number 20, Sam Fortier. And number 24, Stella Crinity. Not sure what the pause in play here is. Possession issue, Jeff, with the refs maybe down here?
That's what I was thinking, but I mean, Arlington won the tip. Oh, yeah, that's got to be what it is, because Arlington won the tip. But the arrow is still pointing towards Arlington.
Doyle hands off to Crinity. Crinity operates against Lucas, who did a really nice job against her in the previous game, and that's a travel and Lexington turnover.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Arlington has to do tonight. I mean, you pretty much have to sell out and just don't give her space. You don't have to go box and 1 on her, but you have to just chase, and then when she doesn't have the ball, basically deny. The less she touches the ball, the less the odds are she beats it by herself.
And that's going to be a turnover for Arlington. Yeah, I think just looking at Lexington's results, when she plays well, they play well. Yeah. And when you're able to limit her, you can compete with them.
Absolutely.
So I think that, again, definitely a key for the game. And you can tell that Martinelli has put one of his premier defenders in Eileen Lucas and said, you've got that assignment. It's you all night until we need to change it up. Shot is up and rattles around. Lexington with the friendly bounce on the our favorite janky rim, which we get to play with one more time. Quick 4-point lead for Lexington. Tough pass there for Lucas is stolen. She gets back on defense and forces the turnover. No, forces the ball's going to be out of bounds off Jardine. It'll stay Lexington ball.
And again, I think the early concern here, right, is on offense. I mean, we have more turnovers than we have shots. And again, just that is what cannot happen tonight. You have to get looks at the rim. You got to get shots up.
Crinity for 3, and that's pure. She seems to be firing on all cylinders right now. Quick 7-0 early lead for Lexington. Mueller surveys, finds McCulloch on the wing. She'll drive, hand it back off to Mueller. Be interesting to see how much Mueller is looking to shoot tonight with the wrist, or sorry, the hand bandage. That's going to be jump ball, and it'll stay Arlington basketball. So yeah, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, Jeff. The game on Tuesday, a tough loss against obviously the best opponent in Middlesex against Woburn. Long 3 for Mueller. Not in. Great hustle by Jardine.
Wow,
great save to O'Hagan. Back to Jardine. And that's a good sign. Great pass into. Great pass from Lucas inside to O'Hagan, who goes up with it strong, gets fouled, should go to the line for 2. We're going to need that tonight, I think. Offensive rebound, second chances.
Yeah.
Again, just to try to get our offense something.
Yep.
So just back to the Woburn game quickly. Really good defensive team. We struggled to have any open, clean looks. And so I think just from a sort of a timing perspective, the offense is going to take a little while to get going tonight, and evidenced by the fact that we're struggling to get good, clean shots to fall. O'Hagan, second shot, rims out. And Arlington still looking to break the lid off of that basket. Crenny drives. Nice crossover move, hesitation, and she gets in. And she'll go to the line for 2. Avery Spector into the game for the first time tonight. She's been playing some good quality minutes for Coach Martinelli in the recent games. She replaces Isabella Jardine. First shot for Crenny snaps the net. Second one down.
That's 7 for Cornetti.
They gave those points to Arlington. Somebody will correct that. Mueller to Spector. Spector down to Lucas. Battles for the ball and keeps it in bounds. Nice job by Eileen. Swings it over to McCulloch. Crenny on her. McCulloch has a little bit of a height advantage there. Hopefully she can take advantage of that. Mueller puts up the shot. Can't get it to go, and that'll stay. Good battle by Lucas, and that'll stay Arlington ball.
Arlington is in desperate need of a basket right now. They have to get on the board.
Mueller inbounds to O'Hagan. Fake handoff. Lexington wise to that. Gloria Doyle was right in the right place. Fortier now guarding Mueller. Former Huskies teammates. O'Hagan drives, throws up a wild shot, and I guess not a foul, just out of bounds. Jardine replaces O'Hagan. And Coach Martinelli calls timeout with 3:45 here left in the first quarter. Jeff, I think a good timeout.
Yeah.
Almost needed a complete reset. Defense looked a little shaky on that last possession. And like we said on offense, just struggling to get good shots.
There's just no flow. I mean, even in their sets, and I know obviously they run. There's a handful of different plays that they tend to run numerous times, and then there's some other ones they run less frequently. I can't tell if they're running those plays or they're doing a little more free flow tonight. But either way, there's just no flow. The passes aren't being made crisply, and part of that is it looks like over half the passes are being deflected. Again, I don't know. Other than saying like fake a pass to make a pass, like you got to do something to get the defense like out of the passing lanes. So if that means fake a pass and drive, then fake a pass and drive. Like do something to get the defense moving, because right now the defense is almost dictating what the offense can do, and that's not a healthy place to be.
So coming out of the timeout, looks like Coach Martinelli's putting the team into a press defense, hopefully trying to speed things up a little bit, maybe cause some turnovers. Slide. Fortier brings the ball across half court. McCulloch picks up Doyle up top. Fortier drives, finds Doyle. Good recovery by Arlington there. And that's more like it from Eileen, just staying in front of Crenny, forcing a bad pass. Mueller comes up with a steal, pushes it up to McCulloch. Thought about getting it into Jardine, and she does. Jardine backs down, gets the shot up, and unfortunately can't get that to go. That's better, though, just getting it into a good good deep position in the post. Just needs to get some of those to fall. Doyle back out. Gloria for 3. That rattles around, and Isabella and Lucas combine for the rebound as it goes out of bounds off of Sam Fortier.
They did a great job with a double box out, but just need somebody to go get the ball.
That's the second part of rebounding. Lucas brings the ball up. Hands off to Mueller. To Spector inside. Jardine to Mueller.
Good backdoor cut.
Lucas gets one up but can't get it to fall. And Lexington will come the other way. Mueller now guarding Crenny as the press forced some switching action. Coach Solly for Lexington calling for passing and screening. Fortier for 3, straight in.
2 open. Good ball movement.
Lucas doing a nice job getting around Cornetti. Drives, finds McCulloch. McCulloch finds Spector. She'll drive, kick it out to Lucas. And that's going to be a foul underneath. Good drive by Avery into the teeth of the defense. And that foul is on number 4, Shea Gallagher. Melina O'Hagan into the game, replacing Jardine. And Mueller will take it out of bounds on the baseline. Arlington still looking for their first points of the game. Mueller into McCulloch. McCulloch drives. Finds O'Hagan, and she'll drive. Can't get that one to go. And Lexington comes right back. Nice little stop and pop for number 2, Charlotte Ash. Lucas to Mueller. Up top to McCulloch. She'll drive, and she'll get fouled, taking it hard to the basket. And sometimes we've seen that at Jeff in quarters, where if Arlington's not scoring, you know, McCulloch will try to drive and get to the foul line.
Yep.
Hopefully to pop the lid off this rim going this way. First free throw for McCulloch rims out. And number 11, Francesca Caruso, back into the game, replacing number 2, Charlotte Ash. So Coach Solly dealing with a little bit of a lighter bench tonight. Looks like one injured player, almost only a few folks dressed. And McCulloch finally gets Arlington on the board. Second free throw's good. And hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Mueller now guarding Cornetti. Good switch there. Double teaming her is always a good idea.
Close.
That's going to be a jump ball. And it'll stay Lexington ball. Doyle to inbound. Handoff to Cornetti. Lucas now back on her. Avery Spector with the double team. Good hands by Lucas. Couldn't quite come up with a steal. 48 drives. Can't get it to go. She battles back, but McCulloch is able to come up with it. Sees Mueller. Drives up ahead. Thinks about the 3. Brings it back out. Gets it to O'Hagan. And Arlington will reset the offense. McCulloch seeing opening. Finds Spector. Spector for 3.
Nice
and that
shot.
goes. That's
Big
a
shot.
huge shot by Spector. Nice drive and kick. That's what I love, Jeff. Take it inside. If it's not there, kick it out, open 3, and if we get some of those to fall, we can get back in this game.
Absolutely.
48 passes it up. Doyle's open for 3. Didn't think about the shot. As Lexington shows some patience here. End of the first quarter. 10 seconds left. Lucas hounding Cornetti at this point, which is a really good sign.
Good strip.
48. One ref thought about calling a foul, but I think Weezy got good hands on the ball, and that's going to be off of 48's leg. So Arlington with the chance. No, actually, there's only 0.2 seconds left. So end of the first quarter. Good actual finish to the first quarter with 4 points for Arlington, trailing by 10. So work to be done for sure in the last 3 quarters here. But tide maybe started to turn a little bit there at the end of the first half. Sorry, end of the second half of the first quarter. I'll get that right.
Yeah, obviously, like, they needed a bucket. The 3 is great because it's an extra point versus a 2. You know, a couple things, right? Number 1, enough for Cornetti. Like 7 points, I think 7, maybe 9. No more. Like, literally, it just has to be like there can be no room for her to get a shot up. If you're going to get beat, let it be Fournier or anyone else. Offensively, I agree with you. I think the second half, the movement looked a little bit better. They were attacking the hoop a little bit better. They've got to make a layup. First quarter, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 missed layups. Just you can't have it. Like, they need to make their layups. It's been 5-6 games in a row at this point. The layups have to go. You said it earlier, we need a few more offensive rebounds. We need second and third chances. And most importantly, they can't go through another stretch like that of 4 or 5 minutes, 6 minutes without scoring. Every game, the last few games, there have been usually 2 stretches where they go without scoring, and then they pick up the pace off of that. At this point, 24 minutes, they need consistent scoring.
So Arlington will bring the ball in to start off the second quarter. Spector inbounds to O'Hagan, who hands off to Mueller. Out to McCulloch. Looking to get it into O'Hagan, wasn't there, so Alina brings it back out. And the Spy Ponders will try something else. O'Hagan finds Spector. Out to McCulloch. Thought about the 3. Hands off to Lucas. Lucas will drive in.
Good drop. Wow.
And that'll stay Arlington basketball. Coach Martinelli clamoring for a foul. Sure looked like Fortier got Lucas across the wrist.
Yeah. And I'm almost curious on the call being for Arlington possession if it was almost a little bit of a bailout where it's like we're not going to call the foul, but you can keep the ball.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. You know, just keep possession, just keep playing. Spector shoots hard off the backboard. I like the shot, though. We're going to need more people taking those shots tonight.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I think that was a little bit of a time shot clock shot with the clock running out.
2 points for Lexington, 16-4 now. Mueller hands off to Lucas. Lucas to Spector. Spector doing a nice job of saving it and maintaining possession. She'll find Mueller inside to O'Hagan. Great control by O'Hagan there. Good layup, great finish. Good to see O'Hagan getting on the board. We're going to need probably a big game from her tonight scoring-wise. 3-point shot for Lexington is long.
Get a rebound.
And O'Hagan is able to get that rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Fortier. Attacking the offensive glass as she always does. Got called for a foul on that one.
I think Arlington got a little lucky with the press there just because it got set late. Looks like at least one of the girls was out of position. And then everybody was just in chase, which left Fournier open at the other end. So good break. Take advantage and get this thing on single digits.
So senior Mireya Noakes, number 12, into the game for the first time tonight, replacing Avery Spector. Mueller finds O'Hagan. O'Hagan takes her time, works it around. Couldn't get it to go, but is able to track the offensive rebound out to Lucas, who will fire it out to McCulloch to reset the offense. She'll drive, looking for some movement that wasn't there. O'Hagan to Mueller. Noakes thought about it, kicked it back out. Arlington's got to be looking for the shots, and Noakes will take that one and make it.
Nice ball.
Great drive by Mueller, great pass, and just a pure shot by Mireya Noakes.
Same problem again. It looked like it looked like 2 of them thought they were in press, and then the other 3 are taken off.
Good recovery and double team there by O'Hagan and McCulloch, forcing Cornetti into a tough turnover.
Huge opportunity to get this to 6.
McCulloch finds Noakes. Up top to O'Hagan. Out to Lucas. Lucas will drive on Cornetti. Can't get it to go, and that's going to be out of bounds and will stay Arlington basketball. So Mueller to inbounds on the baseline. Opportunity here, like you said, Jeff. Cut this lead down to 6 and make it, put a little pressure on Lexington, make it a competitive game. Lucas out to McCulloch. Up top to Mueller. Nice drive by Weezy, and she'll get that to finish. Great take, and that's going to cause timeout by Coach Steve Solly for Lexington. And the energy has shifted. We're gonna give Arlington a lot of credit for finishing that first quarter well and starting the second quarter well. Cut the lead down to 6. So at this point, I'd just like to take a moment and thank and welcome in, I should say, all of the fans watching from across the country. I know we've got people watching from Washington State, Colorado, Illinois, and from across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts tonight. Special shout out to Rob Burke watching from Springfield, Massachusetts. So Jeff, great stretch of play there, kind of spanning the end of the first into the second for Arlington. What did you see major difference in terms of what they were able to accomplish on offense?
Well, a couple things, right? First of all, knocked down a couple of shots. Noakes hits the shot in the short corner. Spector hit the 3. But then what goes along with that is the press. And although it probably wasn't the best press that Arlington has ever put on, it still led to turnovers at the other end because Lexington got sped up, and they didn't, even when they crossed over half court, they never actually just pulled the ball out and slowed it down if they didn't have the look they wanted, which sometimes just plays into your hand when you're pressing another team. That's what you want them to do.
So one change to the Arlington lineup coming out of that timeout. Meredith Carmen, sophomore Meredith Carmen into the game for the first time, replacing Alina McCulloch. Noakes on Doyle. Good defense by O'Hagan, forces the pass back out. Doyle drives, looking for Cornetti. Lucas flying around. Doyle's open, that's a long 2, and that's good.
Nice shot.
It's a good shot, good offensive play, and good shot by, I think, a very good player, Gloria Doyle. Probably doesn't shoot enough for Lexington, in my opinion. Mueller out to Noakes. Over to Lucas. She'll use the screen. 2 screens, kick it out to Mueller. She'll drive again on Fortier. Very good defensive player for Lexington. She'll take the 3. Can't get it to go, but O'Hagan is able to get that offensive rebound, and Cornetti, a little over-aggressive on trying to track down the rebound, is going to get called for that foul. So important minutes here, Jeff, I think, for Arlington to kind of maintain momentum and not let the lead slip a little bit.
Yeah, getting this back to 6 and keeping it at 6 and giving yourself that wiggle room so when Lexington scores, it only goes to 8. I think psychologically it's huge. You just don't want to be playing down double digits.
Mueller scans out to Carmen. She'll take the 3. A little short. Cornetti comes up with the rebound, and Lexington's able to push on that. I really like that, the way they're defending Stella these days. When the screen comes, they double team it, get it out of her hands, and it's caused some bad shots and some turnovers. So Mueller bringing it the other way. Arlington's made some good adjustments here, kind of settling into the game finally.
Yeah, I feel like it's, no matter how good the other shooters are, they're not as good as Cornetti. So you live and die with the other.
Yeah, you want to get the ball out of her hands as much as you can.
Yep.
Noakes drives on Cornetti. And
there we
finishes.
Go. Good finish.
Great job, Mireya Noakes, taking it to the basket.
And I like, too, attack Cornetti, right? Make her play defense. If she doesn't want to foul, you get an easier path.
Yeah, don't let her relax.
Threw that away.
And that's a great example of it, Jeff, just making her work. Her body language is a little bit off, and that happens when you're feeling a little pressure.
Yep.
McCulloch into the game, replacing Mueller. I would say that hand bandage, trainer Sam Jones, MVP of the game so far, getting Mueller ready to play. Doesn't seem to be bothering her at all.
No.
Lucas finds McCulloch at the high post. She drives, puts it up, can't get it to go.
Grab the ball. Jump ball.
And that's going to be a jump ball, and it'll stay. No, it'll be Lexington ball. So number 30, Evelyn Radcliffe into the game, replacing number 11, Francesca Caruso. 48 into Cornetti, and a little bit of confusion there. Cornetti had a clear path, and Arlington has reset. So McCulloch now taking Cornetti. Noakes and Lucas combine for the steal. Lucas drives ahead, and she'll drive on Gloria Doyle. And Gloria's a long and very good defender. Stayed straight up and got the block on that one. Cornetti. Oh, nice pass to Fortier, and Fortier hits a 3.
It's too bad, right? Fast break. You could have cut it to 4, and instead it goes to 9.
Everybody diving on the floor. McCulloch and Cornetti help each other up and pat each other on the back. You love to see that. Good sportsmanship. And Jardine into the game, replacing Carmen. So Arlington ball after the jump. Noakes inbounds to O'Hagan. And she'll drive on Fortier. Nice pass by O'Hagan. McCulloch stop and pop. Kick it out to Lucas. Drives around, finds Jardine. She'll put up a nice little shot.
Good soft shot.
Good shot. Unlucky with the bounce. And Doyle finds Cornetti, and Lexington comes quickly the other way as Arlington recovers into its defense.
Is it back to a 10-point lead or 9?
The scoreboard shows 10. Spectre replaces Noakes. About a minute, just over a minute and a half left here in the first half. Cornetti drives right, and McCulloch comes over to double, forces out of her hand. Tough shot, no good by Fortier. And that's going to stay Lexington ball. Cornetti, the inbounder, finds Doyle up top. Looking to get it right back, but Lucas was alert to that. But Cornetti doesn't need much space. And we've got a foul, I think a hold on Melina O'Hagan.
Oh, wow. I thought that was on 4 Lexington going the other way.
Well, I thought it was too. Man. Tough call there as Melina was battling for the rebound. Fortier up to Cornetti. Over to Doyle, back to Fortier. Lexington moving the ball around pretty well right now. And Gloria Doyle is able to finish that through contact. And so she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Free throw no good, and Spectre comes up with the rebound. And Gloria is able to capture that, throw it off her back, out of bounds off of Arlington. It'll be Lexington ball, under a minute here in the first half. Arlington's got to work hard here to try to limit the damage. And unfortunately, that's not going to be the case as Doyle drives and finishes another one. She'll go back to the line for another three-point opportunity. Shot's good. So Lexington doing a nice job finishing this quarter, pushing the lead. Spectre drives. Finds Lucas on a backdoor cut. And
get a roll.
We can't get a roll. We haven't been able to get a roll all season, Jeff. So I don't know why you'd be expecting it to happen here on the last game here at the old Waltham gym. Lucas does get fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Opportunity to earn 2 the hard way. First free throw a little strong. Second free throw rattles around and falls. So big possession here for Arlington, trying to maybe get a turnover, get a stop, get one more shot before halftime. Cornetti open for 3. Can't get it to go, but Fortier, as she always does, able to get an offensive rebound. And Lucas is going to get called for a foul, and that's the 5th. So Cornetti will be going to the free throw line for 2. First shot for Stella a little strong as Francesca Caruso returns to the game, replacing Sam Fortier to close out the half. I think in that situation, Coach Solly just doesn't want Fortier getting another cheap foul at the end of the half here.
Yep.
Second free throw for Cornetti is good. And Noakes into the game, replacing Lucas. Thank you. Looked like we were maybe going to get away with playing with 6 there for a second. Not a bad strategy.
Yeah, we only needed it for 24 seconds.
So McCulloch to inbound as Arlington looking to get a few more points on the board before halftime. McCulloch into Noakes. Noakes up to Spector. Spector finds O'Hagan. Into trouble, kicks it out. And she's going to get called for a travel. And Arlington turnover with 13 seconds. Lexington now with the chance for final shot of the half. Cornetti with the ball. Noakes defending her. Double team shown by McCulloch. Doyle for 3. That shot is off, and Arlington with 3.6. Long way to go, but they've got the athletes to do it if we get it in. Spector to O'Hagan. And that's a little long and off, and that will end the half. Arlington trailing 28-13 to Lexington here in the final home game of the regular season. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back to bring the third quarter to you shortly. And welcome back to the old Waltham High School gym for the third quarter of this game between Lexington and Arlington. We made some technical adjustments up here in the booth, just trying to shift all of the energy around. The new camera location preferred by our camera operator, Alex Mueller, is going to make all the difference here in the second half.
He's
and
an
it's
artist.
He is.
He is an artist.
It's Picasso.
And he has his preferences.
And I just have a really good feeling it's going to translate to the play on the court. So, Jeff, here we go. Second half, final half of the home regular season for Arlington, trailing by 15. One change to the starting lineup. It looks like Mireya Noakes is into the game to start the third quarter.
Shot clock.
And we have a shot clock, so, while we got our technical issues figured out, it doesn't appear that the clock operator on the court got it figured out, so stand by.
I would have preferred they didn't start the game clock.
No, they're running the game clock. That's going right now. The shot clock is not. So I'm going to recommend that they just restart the whole quarter.
Yep. So you know what, Lewis? You always throw this stuff to me for, we'll change it up here at the last game. Arlington's down 15 in the second half. They need to win the game.
Well, they need to keep it close.
They need to win the game. What do you expect to see in the second half? How are they going to turn this around?
I expect to see them playing with a lot of energy. One thing I'll say about this team, after watching them for a good number of years now, they play with heart. I don't see them give up in games. I see them get beat, by good teams. Middlesex League is tough, but I never see them hanging their heads. I never see them down, and I expect to see a fired up Arlington High here in the second half. And that energy, when it translates and into some shots that fall, it builds on itself, and it can have a little bit of a snowball effect. So I would love to see a good start to this quarter. Maybe a three-pointer from Mueller to go down. Maybe an offensive rebound for Bella Jardine to be put back. If we could get 5 unanswered and get the crowd into it a little bit, get the bench into it a little bit, that's what I'd like to see. And I think that's really kind of the only way we're going to get back in and make this a competitive game.
Yeah, I think that really makes sense. And your point about the girls themselves and how they carry themselves and the way they fight, could not agree more with that. It is rare to see this team down. Like, they do push.
48 shot for 3, no good. And that ball is bouncing around. Last off, Arlington. Noakes guarding number 2, Ash, up top. 48 hands off to Crunetti. Mueller now defending her. McCulloch on Doyle, former teammates for the Mass Huskies AAU program. Good switch by McCulloch and Jardine. Doyle puts it up, can't get it to go, and Mueller is able to get the rebound, push it up to McCulloch. She drives, nice bounce pass. And 48 comes up with a rebound. So, again, Jeff, just right there, good example, good opportunity, good press, good push, good pass, just everything but the finish. And Arlington's going to need to start finishing, though. So, turnover there, nice steal, anticipation by Mueller. Up ahead to McCulloch, handoff to Mueller. Kind of wanted Weezy to step in and take that 3, but she sets the offense, finds McCulloch. O'Hagan out to Jardine, over to Noakes as Arlington works the ball around. McCulloch out to Mueller, and she will take a deep 3. Can't get it to go. Noakes doing a nice job boxing out. Mueller will drive. No call. Referee put his hand up for a half second like he was going to call a foul and decided not to. And Doyle back the other way. Great look ahead to Fortier, and she finishes. Mueller surveys the court with Doyle in front of her. O'Hagan now guarded by Fortier, up and under. Rims out. McCulloch with an offensive rebound. Taps it to Noakes. And it's going to be a jump ball, Arlington ball. O'Hagan finds McCulloch. Hits it to Noakes. Over to Mueller. Mueller uses the O'Hagan screen. Bounce pass anticipated by Doyle. She'll come up with the steal. And Lexington now pushes up ahead. Ash was open. And it's going to be a jump ball, which will be Arlington basketball. Was that a jump or was it out of bounds?
I thought it was a jump, but although the possession arrow just changed.
It's changed, so hopefully it changes back because they just got it. So it should be, next jump ball should be Arlington basketball. Cornetti takes a short jumper. That's an air ball. McCulloch gets the rebound. And again, this is where Arlington needs to dig in and get some points. Mueller out to Annika Sturma. Senior Annika Sturma into the game for the first time. Number 35 for Arlington, replacing, who did she replace? Melina O'Hagan. Sturma into McCulloch. McCulloch spins on Fortier.
Oh, that looked
and
good.
Looked good. Again, that janky rim. She does get the foul on Fortier and will go to the free throw line for 2. First shot rolls around for McCulloch. And like to shout out the Ryan family watching from Arlington tonight. Better luck next week to you, Phil, in Fantasy Premier Soccer. Second shot for McCulloch is down. So 2 free throws for McCulloch. Good sign again, Jeff. Another way for Arlington to get some points if we get to the free throw line.
Definitely.
Cornetti finds Radcliffe. Radcliffe out to Caruso. Jardine doing a nice job pressuring her. Noakes traps Ash in the corner. Able to work her way through. Lexington just really strong with the ball, and that's going to be... Foul was called by one ref on Alina McCulloch. Avery Spector into the game, replacing Isabella Jardine. Doyle to Cornetti. Mueller on her. Blocks her off the baseline. Backdoor cut.
Fell asleep.
And 48 to the line for a 3-point opportunity. Shot is good. 48 converts a 3-point play. Mueller to McCulloch. McCulloch looking for an opening, wasn't there. Finds Sturma. Multiple fakes. Kicks it out to Noakes. Noakes to Sturma. Sturma will drive. Got a little tangled up and unfortunately wasn't able to gather for their layup. Cornetti brings the ball over. Halfway through the third quarter now. Fortier driving kick, and that pass wasn't handled, so turnover to Lexington, Arlington ball. Big stretch here, I think, Jeff. Big 4 minutes where Arlington's got to do whatever they can to get some points on the board and claw their way back into this game.
Yep. Everything's got to get sped up. But let me rephrase. They want to speed Lexington up. They need to keep their composure. But if they can, create a couple turnovers, try to get out and run, a couple easy buckets, try to start clawing their way back.
Yep. Spectre drives. Blocked by Gloria Doyle. It'll stay Arlington ball. Shea Gallagher into the game, replacing Evelyn Radcliffe. Sturma into McCulloch. McCulloch drives.
And one.
Gets fouled.
Good bucket.
Great bucket. Opportunity for a three-point play. Alina McCulloch driving through the Lexington defense. Eileen Lucas back into the game, replacing Noakes. McCulloch free throw is good.
I thought that was a really strong quarter for Noakes.
Yeah, she's played some good minutes tonight.
Yeah, just really good defensive pressure. She was all over the place. Trouble.
Cornetti for three, no good. Lucas with the rebound, fires it up ahead to McCulloch. Into Mueller, couldn't quite catch it. That's going to be out of bounds off Cornetti, and it'll stay Arlington ball. And I know it's not a big difference, Jeff, but for me mentally, seeing a 2 on the board, seeing 20 to 30 is just, it's mentally much different than 18, right? It's only 2 points, but you huge. Just feel like you're there. Feel like you have a chance. Mueller for three. Can't get it to go, but McCulloch offensive rebound, goes straight up with it, can't get that to go. Lucas with the offensive rebound as Arlington, like we said, Jeff, never giving up.
Drive.
Three-point shot for Lucas. That goes. That's a huge shot for Arlington, and that's a big one. 12 points, cuts the lead to 12.
Forget about driving, just drain a three. Do it the easy way.
Nice, and that was off of a third offensive possession there, Jeff. Two offensive rebounds for Arlington on that set.
Good help, good help.
Great help by Sturma.
Good job, Sturma.
Awesome anticipation, forcing a travel turnover on Lexington, and Arlington now with a chance to cut it to 10.
Yep. Sturma's another one, right? She gets spot minutes. You know, some games more than others, but she always brings intensity. She brings good speed on defense, and she'll take the body.
Yep. Almost a turnover there for Arlington. Mueller doing a nice job tipping it out to McCulloch to keep the ball in our hands. Spectre now finds McCulloch up top. That's out to Lucas. Hit 2 in a row.
Come on.
And it goes.
Bam. Down to
Lucas, 2 in a row. Coach Solly doesn't like what he's seeing. He's yelling.
Yep.
Body language for Lexington looking a little shaky as Arlington has cut this lead to 9, Jeff. So exactly what we were hoping to see. Arlington never giving up, playing with pace, and the shots finally, maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, starting to fall. And we got ourselves a ball game now.
Yep. And again, I think the coach, right? We've seen it from Coach Martinelli before. It's like, how are you leaving her that open, right? Like, you just can't leave shooters that open. And, you know, she just hit one last possession. Okay, fine, she hit one. You can't give her the second one. And, you know, again, I'll assume going forward, Lucas isn't going to find that much room, which means, again, if she wants another one, run her off a screen, run her through, you know, run her through a picket fence. Like, you got to do something. Or they're going to overplay her, which means they come out and really overcontest a shot. Fine. Ball fake, go and take a pull-up jumper from 6 or 8 feet.
Exactly. I feel like you get a couple of shots to go. It puts pressure on the defense. They extend themselves, and then the backdoor cut is there. Then Melina, then Alina can finish those backdoor layups. So positive play, positive stretch of play for the Spy Ponders. Over 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Critical minutes now to maintain this pressure and see if we can't cut into this Lexington lead even further. Mueller on Cornetti. McCulloch on Doyle. Fortier back in the game. Spectre doing a nice job playing off of McCulloch. And Arlington, Jeff, flying around here on defense.
Late call.
Isabella Jardine back into the game for Annika Sturma. And again, Jeff, to your point, I love it when Annika comes in. She brings positive energy. She knows her role, plays some spot minutes, but just smart play there and really helped Arlington get back into this game. And the refs have decided to insert themselves into this game for some reason, calling calls that I don't think have any effect on the play. I wish they would just let it go. This game was getting good.
It had pace, it had flow. And now the fear is, the next foul, they're going to the line.
Right.
Ball.
Mueller with great pressure, and Arlington pushing
Now.
up ahead. Finds Lucas. She'll
And
drive.
one.
And she'll finish it. And one. Going to the line. Cutting into this Lexington lead. And this is a different ball game right now, Jeff. This is a different team on the court for Arlington.
And again, what I love there, right? Early pass from Wheezy. She finds Lucas, puts it right on the money while she's in motion, and then she goes through the contact. There's no hesitation. There's no pull-up. There's no fading away. We're going to go through the contact, and it's and one.
Yep. So no free throw for
Rebound. Arlington ball.
great offensive rebound attempt there by Jardine and McCulloch, both diving on the floor, forcing the jump ball, and it is, like you said, Arlington possession. So lead stands now at 7 with 1:25 left here in the third quarter. Mueller to inbound it. Fires it up to Lucas, who gathers.
Oh, boy.
That's off of Lexington. No? I guess it's not.
It's no red light special. No challenge. Can we go to the booth?
Doyle in to Knetti, who will bring it across. 48 scans. Ash now trapped by
Backdoor, watch the
Lucas.
backdoor.
Lofts it up ahead. And Lucas is there for the steal.
No foul
No
there?
foul, but Lucas
Unreal.
drives, finds Mueller into Spector, and
And
she's
one.
fouled. Unfortunately, can't get it to fall because the rim is still bent, as it has been all season. But really nice play by Lucas to come up with that, push the ball ahead, couple nice passes, and Avery Spector going to the line for 2. Free throw off for Spector. Mireya Noakes into the game, replacing Eileen Lucas. And I think Martinelli, as Lucas came out, just telling her, hey, it's end of the quarter. I don't want you to get another foul, but stay ready because you're coming in for the 4th. That was my lip reading. Second shot for Spector's good. Cuts the lead to 6, which it has not been since,
Early in the second quarter.
Right.
Yep.
McCulloch
Probably
on.
about halfway through the second.
Doyle drives
Need a stop,
into
though.
pressure.
Need to stop. Get over half court.
And that ball
There we
is
go.
over half court, and that's over and back, and Lexington looks rattled.
Massive, massive possession. And love that he's throwing Lucas back in.
Offense to
for
defense. Noakes doing a nice job there in her defensive assignment, and Lucas back in for offense.
Cutting this to 4 would be...
4, I want him to cut it to 3.
I've learned to try to be less greedy.
Lucas finds Mueller. Clock winding down here. Just over a minute, half a minute to go in the quarter. Spector surveys. Drives by Doyle.
Get in.
Jardine there
Great
with
rebound.
the offensive rebound. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. 20 seconds left. McCulloch with her hands on that. But Cornetti gathers and will bring it across. Ash is open.
Oh, good hands.
Oh, great hands by Jardine, and McCulloch just has to take her time. Find Mueller. Mueller
Plenty
for
of
3.
time.
That's short. And Eileen and Isabella worked together to try to tip it in. Couldn't quite do it. And here comes the defensive substitution. Noakes back into the game. Is that 3 or 8 seconds left on the clock? 3 check. 3. No fouls, hopefully. And that'll do it. So, Jeff, I will go out on a limb, or I'll give you my opinion. I think that might have been the best quarter that Arlington has had all season, just in terms of the opponent, the way we had started the game, the stakes for this game, and the setting. And I think getting back into this game and making it competitive, just putting some pressure on Lexington is massive.
Absolutely. It was a great turnaround. I mean, they were down 16, 17, 18?
18 at one point, I think.
So, I mean, they basically ran off 12. I don't know if it was a straight 12-0 run or maybe it was 14-2. But, I mean, and they did it in the last, 3.5, 4 minutes? we've said all along, Arlington can score. Like, they have the ability to do it. It just hasn't translated since early in the season. What I love is it's the last home game of the season. It's the last time the home crowd will get to see some of these seniors play. And truthfully, like, they have a shot at the playoffs here. And I love the fact that no matter how this thing turns out, they gave themselves a shot down the stretch. And to your point, they're going to make Lexington play. This isn't going to be a game where they can just run out the clock. It's a game. It's 8 minutes. It's a 2-possession game. It's anyone's game. You got to play with defensive intensity. You've got to own the boards on both ends. They've got to make their layups. They've got to make their free throws.
So Arlington will start the quarter with Isabella Jardine, Alina McCulloch, Weezy Mueller, alongside Avery Spector and Eileen Lucas. So Lexington ball to inbound. Final 8 minutes, big 8 minutes for the Spy Ponders. Trinity to Doyle. Spector guarding Fortier. Hesitation move. Back out. Doyle drives, cut off by McCulloch. Fortier for 3. No good. And McCulloch tracks down the rebound and looks to push. Finds Spector up ahead. Kicks it out to Lucas. Oh, Trinity got her hands on that. Lucas doing a great job of gathering that back in for the Spy Ponders. And Mueller will settle things down. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Mueller to McCulloch. McCulloch to Jardine. Now the shot clock is at 14. Jardine drives.
Good take.
And one.
Great
Isabella
finish.
Jardine with an absolutely critical pump fake to get Doyle up in the air. Takes the contact and finishes it. Huge play for Isabella. She'll go to the line. Chance to get the Spy Ponders to 30 here early in the fourth.
I love when Jardine will just go right through the defender.
Yeah, she did everything right on that. With the pump fake, kept her body square, absorbed the contact, and nice finish off the backboard. It took a long time to figure out that it was a three-point play.
Yeah.
So
again, it just doesn't. They do a wonderful job taking flow out of a game.
We're going to stay positive. Isabella Jardine to the free throw line for 1.
Good.
Got it. And Arlington has cut this lead to 3. Great minutes by Jardine. And she's replaced by Melina O'Hagan. So Cornetti brings it across. Arlington looking locked in. Trying to find Doyle, cut off by 2 Spy Ponders defenders there. The movement of Arlington on defense is really impressive right now, Jeff. I'm just kind of loving the angle up here.
It's as good as it's looked all game.
Doyle drives.
Steal.
Lucas with good hands gets in there.
Jump ball.
And that's going to be a jump ball. It'll be Arlington basketball with the chance to cut into that lead even further. Noakes into the game, replacing Avery Spector. As Coach Martinelli keeping fresh legs coming in so that the waves of defensive pressure can stay up. Yep. And Martinelli wants to talk things over, which I hope is just to say, keep doing what you're doing, because this is unbelievable basketball being played by Arlington at this point.
Yeah, man, you wouldn't think there's too much you want to do different.
No, I think it's a quick timeout, reset. He's got a couple things he wants to try, looks like, on offense in terms of the board, but chance for Arlington to take a deep breath. Mueller and McCulloch and others have played a lot of minutes. It's been a busy week, school-wise, for a lot of these girls. So chance to take a deep breath and then enjoy the moment.
Kind of feel like it's that scene out of Bull Durham where they're meeting on the mound and they're talking about it's just a big week. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of things at school, a lot of things in personal lives, a lot of things in basketball. Let's stay focused here. Let's dial it in.
Can always count on Spector for the 80s movies reference. We appreciate that.
I feel like that's the first one this year. I feel like I've been off my game.
First one or 50th one? Hard to tell. All right, so no change to the lineup. Noakes to inbound the ball. She'll find Lucas. Out to Noakes. Finds Mueller down low. As Lexington defensive pressure's up, McCulloch drives. Gets it to her preferred left hand. Can't get Mueller on the backdoor cut. Noakes out to Lucas. Lucas will drive on Trinity. Great drive.
Oh.
A lot of contact, no call. The shot is off. And Trinity will bring it up.
Oh boy.
48 drives by.
And then that, see, the lack of equality in the calls at the two ends is insane.
48 to the line for 2. First shot is good. Second shot also good for Fortier. Mueller into Noakes. Gets it back to Mueller, and she'll bring it across. Little double team. Lucas doing a nice job. Finding Mueller, get to Noakes, and back out to Mueller to reset the offense. Lucas now. Lexington definitely turned up the defensive pressure.
Yeah, it also looks like they're in almost like a 1-3-1.
Yeah, Coach Sully trying some different things to throw Arlington's offense off.
Which I kind of remember Lexington going to the first time they played.
Offensive rebound for O'Hagan, and Noakes working together there to give another offensive possession here for the Spy Ponders. That's going to be off of Stella, and it'll stay Lexington ball.
And the problem is, against a 1-3-1, you either have to be able to swing the ball and bury some shots from the outside, or you have to be able to attack the middle and then finish.
Right.
It's hard to sort of get anything other than those two things.
Yeah, Lucas into Noakes, and Noakes was ushered out of bounds by number 4, Shea Gallagher. A foul was called. Mueller to inbounds, resets the shot clock, so Arlington taking a lot of time off here. O'Hagan trying to drive on Fortier, spin move, puts it up and gets it to go.
What a shot. Nothing easy about that one.
Good to see one fall for O'Hagan. We're going to need a little bit of that down the stretch.
Yep.
3-point lead for Lexington. Doyle drives on McCulloch.
Help.
Pressure comes. Lofted shot. Box out by Noakes. Fantastic box out by Noakes to keep Fortier off the offensive glass. Lucas up ahead to Mueller. She'll drive, kick it back out to Lucas. McCulloch surveys, finds Noakes.
Ooh, good save.
Good save by Mireya. Throws it up to Fortier, and is going to get called for that foul. So Gloria Doyle bringing the ball up for Lexington now. I think Coach Sully doing something to try to get Cronetti going. Having her bring the ball up wasn't working, so she's playing a little off ball for them now. Doyle drives, closed off.
Help.
Help comes.
Get a read.
Fortier with the rebound, out to Doyle for 3.
Shooters everywhere.
Is good. And that's just an offensive rebound for Sam Fortier, putting pressure on Arlington as she does. And it's a good play by Eileen to touch that to avoid the easy layup for Lexington. Isabella Jardine back into the game for Noakes. Important 3 minutes here, Jeff. Lexington has pushed the lead back out a little bit to 6 now.
They need to stop. You can't let it go to 8 or 9.
Shot goes up, no good. Jardine with a great rebound. Lucas is up ahead.
Got
sees Molina gathers, finds Jardine. She spins.
Finish.
Can't get it to go. Mueller saves it to McCulloch, who finds O'Hagan, puts it up. Mueller with the offensive rebound, and Arlington's flying around, getting offensive rebounds. Just need to get some shots to fall.
I mean, and you can see the frustration on Coach's face. Like, it's one of these things, like, what else do we have to do? Like, you're getting the looks.
Yep. Mueller for 3.
Maybe.
Got it.
Brought down with some rain with that one.
Big shot from Mueller. Nice pass by Jardine to set that one up. Cuts the lead back to 3.
Wide open.
48 for 3, that's off. McCulloch with the rebound.
Huge. Get this to 1 point right here.
Mueller up ahead to O'Hagan. Nice job to track it down. Mueller's going to take it 3. Nope, drives. Out to Jardine, open shot. Bank shot, good.
Bank's open.
Bank stays open late on Arlington on Thursday. Everybody knows that. 1 point lead. Lucas anticipating that, can't quite get the steal. Cornetti defended well by Arlington there. Doyle now surveying. McCulloch.
Where's help? No.
On the ground. On the ground, no. Shot's going to be fouled. Shot's going to be, sorry, foul was called on the shot. Gloria Doyle going to the free throw line for 2. As we have just over 2 minutes left in a now 1 point game, Arlington trailing. Doyle first free throw, no good. Second shot, rims out, and McCulloch is able to come up with the rebound. She'll find Mueller. Now Arlington can be patient. Plenty of time left, trailing by 1. Use your dribble, and she does. McCulloch drives through. Is no foul, can't get it to go. I thought there was contact there, but I'm not exactly impartial at this point. Mueller guarding Cornetti. Cornetti, not able to do it. Lucas flying around, couldn't quite get there. 1.5 minutes left in this game, Jeff. Mueller on Cornetti. Great defense.
Big. They need every stop they can get right now.
Lucas. Great defense across the board. 7 seconds left on the shot clocks. Big possession, big time. Hands up.
Contest.
Shots up. And no good. And Arlington gets the rebound. Lucas up ahead to Mueller. Mueller drives, finds McCulloch. Kicks it back out to Mueller. Oh, I thought she was going to shoot it. McCulloch with the ball. Under a minute left in this game. Unbelievable game.
Oh, boy.
You can't dive at somebody's legs. That's a foul. And we got a timeout for Coach Martinelli. Wow. Arlington's going to have possession and the ball. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Again, another non-call.
Great hustle by Melina O'Hagan to get her hands on that and allow Martinelli to call that timeout.
Yep. Yeah, just.
Lexington fans looking a little shocked, a little stunned here after seeing this 18-point lead evaporate over the past 2 quarters. Arlington with the ball, about 50 seconds left in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, 48.
48 seconds left on the clock.
And I think the big thing here is, right, there's 14 on the clock, but truthfully, like, it's kind of like one of those NBA situations with the 2-for-1. Like, they need to get a shot up sooner rather than later, because otherwise you're going to wind up in a situation where you either have to go all out looking for a turnover, or you're going to have to foul them and send them to the line.
Well, looking for a good shot here for the Spy Ponders. Doyle now guarding Mueller.
Oh, boy.
Jardine with an unbelievable gather to get that. Mueller with the ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5. McCulloch drives.
Oh, God.
3,
They're not even
2,
gonna shot.
shots up and long. So not exactly the offensive possession that Arlington was looking for. Interesting to see what Coach Martinelli's going to do. He's playing up, up, up.
They've got to come up.
Got to foul because the shot clock is off.
Yeah.
And there's 2 fouls left on the clock. And that's going to be good foul there given by Melina O'Hagan. Sam Fortier to the line. But she will not be shooting yet. They're going to need to do that one more time. And there's the 5th foul. Eileen Lucas wraps up Fortier, a good free throw shooter for Arlington. She'll go to the line, shooting 2. And it's pretty simple, Jeff. Worst case, she makes them both. Arlington's got to get a 3 to tie the game. If she happens to miss the second, got to get that offensive rebound. And then a 3-pointer will win it. 2-pointer will tie you. First shot's good. And our Lexington lead stands at 2 with 26.8 seconds left on the clock. Second shot, rims out. And Isabella gets the rebound. Plenty of time. Get it to your ball handler. Mueller has it. 20 seconds left on the clock. And Coach Martinelli wisely is going to take his timeout and settle this down and get his desired offensive play called. So, Jeff, what's been working earlier and what I would love to see here is inside out. Get it inside, have them collapse, kick it out. Lucas has been on fire in the second half. Mueller's hit some big shots. McCulloch can hit the elbow jumper. The other thing, potentially, just screen and roll with Mueller. And she drives. And if it's there, just take it to the basket.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. It's got to be something going to the hoop, to the rim, and then adjust off what you see. If they collapse down and it's a double team or triple team, kick it out and take the outside shot. If you see a path, attack the rim, see if you can get fouled. And if you get partway through and they're sort of sitting under the rim, then you take the pull-up.
So Arlington basketball, it'll be sideline out of bounds, I believe, near their bench, right? Up here, McCulloch to inbound the ball. Isabella Jardine, Melina O'Hagan, Eileen Lucas, and Wheezy Mueller on the court for the final few seconds of this fantastic game. Into O'Hagan.
They got her.
Out to Lucas. Lucas is tied up by Fortier. And O'Hagan fouls. Fortier to the line, where I'm not sure she's missed all night. That shot is short. 12.5 seconds on the clock.
Miraculously, as long as Arlington gets a rebound, they are going to have a shot at this again.
And maybe just run up and play it. Second shot is going to be long. McCulloch with it. Plenty of time.
Go in motion.
Just go. Plenty of time. Coach Martinelli calls timeout. 6.9 seconds left. And Arlington's going to have one more opportunity to make a miracle happen here at the end of this game. So, 6.9 seconds left. Here's what I'm hoping for. That we get the last shot up and that there's nothing happens after that. Arlington has got it within 2. Yep. This is already a fantastic result for us in terms of playoff possibilities. Getting close is all we needed to do tonight to give ourselves a chance against AC on Monday to get into the playoffs. The difference between a 2-point loss and a 4-point loss could be the difference in getting in or out of the playoffs. I want Arlington to take a last-second 3 and hit it to win this game. Worst case, I want them to miss it and have the game be over. So McCulloch to inbound the ball. Find Mueller. And that is going to do it. Don't. And that's the ball game. So 39-37 is the final. I believe we are going to have some players join us for post-game, so stay tuned. And a programming note, immediately following this game, the boys varsity will be playing, and you will be treated to the call from Don Phelan, and he will be joined tonight by special guest Kevin Fudge, I believe, on the call. So stay tuned for that. Jeff, your thoughts as we wait for some players to come and join us up here?
It was great to see the girls fight back. It was great to see them make it a one-possession game. I find the ending painful, just from the lack of. They couldn't get shots up. They couldn't get shots up the last 2 or 3 times down the court. It was just turnover after turnover. Again, I don't know if it's credit to Lexington. I don't know if it was just Arlington couldn't run the plays. I just would have liked to have seen them get an opportunity to get a shot up somewhere to tie it. It would have been awesome. They didn't really get the opportunity. It would have been great if they could have forced a turnover or gotten a rebound and could have gone in transition and tried to get it, before Lexington can get a defense set up. I'll go with what you said, which is a 2-point loss sort of keeps them in the hunt. I just would have preferred. I would have preferred a 12 or 14-point win, because truthfully, once they shut Trinity down and the way they came out in the second half, that was kind of what they needed to do the entire game. Again, I thought they came out just a little bit slow. They weren't dialed in. I have no doubt they knew they had to shut Trinity down, and they didn't early. And again, you never look at one play or 2 plays and say that's why we lost. But she had 7 points in the first 3 minutes. She's coming off a 35-point night. You know who you have to stop. Don't let her get going. But again, to what you said, I guess they're still in the hunt. AC game matters. And if somebody after the year they had 2 years ago and the year they had last year with the way they finished, if somebody said you're going to come down to the last game against Arlington Catholic with a shot to go to the playoffs, would you take those odds? Would you take that?
Well, not only that, you swept Winchester.
Yep.
You beat Lexington. You played Lexington. The best thing about tonight for me was played Lexington hard till the very end, and made them sweat it out, made them work. And that's a quality team, quality players, quality coach. So awesome to see them come back. It doesn't look like the players are going to come up. I saw them all kind of follow the coach out to the locker room, so I guess we won't be doing interviews. So we're going to sign off so that the boys can get set up for their game. We appreciate everybody tuning in. I want to say thank you to Jeff Monroe for getting us set up. I want to thank Jeff, you, for helping call these games with me. It's been a blast all season. Thanks to Brad Carmen for doing the stats and the scores for us tonight, and to Alex Mueller for being the camera operator. So one more game to go on the road in Arlington on Monday. With that, we'll sign off and say have a great rest of your evening.